What is going on, YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and today we are bringing Eternatus to the Reg G ranked ladder before the format switches over to Reg H. Now, Eternatus, I'm going to try to make it work. I don't know if I necessarily got the best team dynamic here. We have Grimmsnarl for screen support. We have Rillaboom for fake out. We have Ogerpon and Electabuzz for follow me. We have Chi-Yu to try to complement Eternatus right here. And we're going to see how this works out. We have a fully offensive set with a Meteor Beam and a Power Herb. We've got the Meteor Beam to give us an instant special attack boost. We're going to try to make it work today. If it does, great. If it doesn't, well, we tried. We had it there. We have Sludge Bomb here for Poison type stab. We also have Terra Poison to double up on our Poison typing as well. We have Flamethrower to hit those pesky Steel types. And we have Eternatus' signature move of Dynamax Cannon. We're going to put the fear of the D word into our opponents right here with the Dynamax Cannon. And Dynamax Cannon is not a bad move by any means. It's base 100 special power right here, so it can do some pretty decent damage to dragon types, and dragon is neutral to a lot of typings as well, so if it doesn't outright resist us, we should be able to do some damage, especially if we get that Meteor Beam off. We get the Flamethrower here for the coverage. The Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb's going to hurt too, and plus there's also a decent chance of poisoning the target, and we got the Meteor Beam, as I mentioned. And then as far as the rest of the team goes, like I said, we got the screen support for Grimmsnarl, and we also have Thunder Wave to slow things down, which is going to be very handy here. We're going to be able to slow some things down and potentially make them miss their turn. We have the Spirit Break for some damage to make sure we're not completely taunt fodder, so long as that taunt is not coming off of a prankster Pokemon. We got Rillaboom here with Woodhammer, Grassy Glide, and U-Turn to do some damage. We also have Fake Out here to provide a little bit of support. We're also rocking a Self Vest and Terra Ghost on this thing in case we need to be able to dodge a Fake Out by chance. We do have that Terra Ghost. We have Ogerpon here with the Wellspring Mask to give us the water form. We have Water type Ivy Cudgel. We have Follow Me, Horn Leech, and Spiky Shield. Horn Leech, Ivy Cudgel is pretty standard stuff. Same with the Follow Me and the Spiky Shield. But you know what? Ogerpon, she does work. She puts in a lot of work here, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We got Chi-Yu here with a Focus Sash and Terra Ghost to make sure we avoid those, not only those pesky fake outs, but also fighting type attacks here. And we have Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, and Snarl as our damaging options, with Snarl being a little bit of special attack support here, since we can lower our opponent's special attack stats so long as we connect with them and they don't have a Covert Cloak or a Clear Amulet or, you know, the Clear Body ability. But point is, if we hit something with a Snarl, it's going to be very, very good at the end of the day. And plus we have Dark Pulse for signature, or not signature, solid dark type damage, and we have Heat Wave to do some decent damage with the fire side. And then we have Electabuzz here with Eerie Impulse, Electro Up, and Follow Me. We can redirect attacks away. Electabuzz is fairly bulky here thanks to the Eviolite, and this is a mostly physical Electabuzz right here to help mainly deal with opposing Urshifu Rapid Strikes. We also have Terra Grass here, so if we can get the paralysis with static, great. We have that working in our favor. And Eerie Impulse is going to be very nice for shutting down some special attackers, while we also have Electro Web to slow things down as well. We don't have Tailwind, so we got to make do with the Thunder Wave and the Electro Web. So hopefully we're able to handle it and make Eternatus work. But like I said, not entirely sure how the team is going to go. Just kind of threw it together this morning. So let's see how we make out, and let's jump right on in to some battles. Alright, we've got Shadow Rider here with Cobalion, Rillaboom, Raging Bolt, Tornadus, and Urshifu. So, I debated on putting Shadow Ball on Eternatus, but that didn't happen. Anyways, we could always Meteor Beam the Torn to get that special attack boost. We could always just go for Sludge Bomb. I mean, honestly, Dragon Weakness aside on Eternatus, it doesn't look too bad into the Raging Bolt. Now, it does look a little bit scary into the Shadow Rider, but that should be okay at the end of the day. I think Grimmsnarl could be really nice, especially if we get a Thunder Wave off into the Calyrex. So maybe we bring Grim. Chi-Yu could be nice too. Chi-Yu does have the Terra Ghost with the Dark typing. I think maybe we go Chi-Yu, Grim. I think we bring Eternatus, and Electabuzz might be okay. Electabuzz might not be okay. Having some Follow Me redirection could be nice too. Ogerpon might not be the worst thing either. Let's see. You know, we'll bring the Electabuzz for a little bit of secondary speed control. I think that's what we'll do. And plus, we do have the Eerie Impulse for the Shadow Rider, so there is that. Yeah, we can try that. See how it goes. I'm just gonna up the brightness on my computer. I don't know if that matters for the camera, but it looked like there was a bit of shadow on my face. But anyways, let's see how this goes. The lighting thing is a little bit irrelevant at this point, but anyways. We got Torn and Raging Bolt. Okay, you know what, that's fine. I like getting Chi-Yu out here. I like being able to snarl that Raging Bolt. I also like being able to get a Light Screen up. Having the Light Screen up is definitely going to be very nice for both of these Pokemon here, since Raging Bolt and Torn are both special attackers. So we'll get our Light Screen up, and then we can maybe go for a Thunder Wave into the Torn just to slow it down, just to stop that momentum. So if we connect the Snarl into Raging Bolt and drop its special attack, that's going to be very big. Chi-Yu is going to be very important for the end game here, so I do have to be a little bit cautious with it. So I might need to go for a few Protects, assuming I just don't get doubled up knocked out. But, you know, Chi-Yu's got okay special defense. It doesn't have the best HP, but my opponent's trying to taunt a Dark type, so delightful. That Thunderclap, that hurt a lot. Okay, so good to know that the Raging Bolt actually is faster than my Grimmsnarl, because they were able to get the Thunderclap off before my Light Screen. So in this case, I think maybe what I'll do here is I'll protect Chi-Yu, and I'm just going to Spirit Break right into the Raging Bolt. They might even switch Raging Bolt out, and if they do, that could be really handy. And if they don't, not the end of the world. If they go Tailwind, Raging Bolt will definitely be faster than Grim. But if they don't go for Tailwind, I can Thunder Wave the Torn and slow that thing down. And then if it goes for a non-priority move, Chi-Yu will still outspeed it. So that's going to be very helpful. So let's see right here. What is going to happen? Okay, they're going to withdraw Torn instead of Raging Bolt. I mean, they could also withdraw Raging Bolt too, but I'm glad to see Torn off the field. It's going to be Urshifu coming in. It's Rapid Strike, so I could maybe even bring in Eternatus for Chi-Yu. They're going to Thunderclap into the Chi-Yu slot again, which, you know what, that's fine. Grimmsnarl going for a Thunder Wave into the Urshifu could be really nice. Raging Bolt hangs in there with a tiny sliver of HP. Yeah, I think ooh, you know what? Electabuzz could be nice too, because it's got some bulk. We're going to Thunder Wave into the Urshifu just to slow that thing down, and then that way that's going to be a very nice matchup for Eternatus. I just need to make sure that the Thunderbolt, or the Thunder Wave doesn't miss. Also, I think I said Thunderbolt, but anyways, we're going to Thunder Wave and then try to get the Paralysis right there into the Urshifu. And if we get it, great. We slow that thing down. Eternatus can come in and do some big damage. And honestly, I just need to get a little bit of chip into my opponent with Electabuzz to just potentially break a Sash off the Urshifu. And that should be okay. And the nice thing here is Electabuzz does have the redirection, so they're going to protect Raging Bolt. Great. If Urshifu goes for Grim, that could be a little bit scary, but it's going to be alright because we connect the Thunder Wave. So Electabuzz can always go for that Electro Web for the spread damage, or I can go for the Follow Me. Terra Grass Follow Me might not be the worst thing imaginable, since I can always potentially... Well, I don't really need it, to be honest, because... Yeah, I don't need it because the Urshifu has already been paralyzed. So I think I Electro Web. And I don't know if I necessarily need the Reflect because of the Spirit, or the... I think what I'll do is I'll go for the Spirit Break into the Urshifu. We'll just try to get a little bit of chip damage into this thing just to make things a little bit easier for Eternatus. Electro Web, despite how weak it is, and the fact that this Electabuzz has no special attack, should be enough at this range to knock out the Raging Bolt. So, I think they try to Thunder Wave, or not Thunder Wave, Thunderclap. Too many moves starting with Thunder. I think they try to Thunderclap Grimmsnarl here. But because of the two special attack drops, we're going to survive. And they also knock themselves out to their own Life Orb, so that's perfect. if we can get Urshifu off the field between these two, great. We've created a nice situation for Eternatus right here. And because they also take a speed drop, we're going to ensure that we outspeed them right here. So Urshifu is just gone. I don't think the crit mattered. I think Spirit Break at that range would still do more than enough. Grimmsnarl does actually have a decent attack stat. You always see them with more defensive investment into their stats, but Grimmsnarl does actually have a pretty decent physical attack stat. So anyways, Torn comes back in here, and here comes the Calyrex. I really want to go for the Electro Web to slow that thing down, and I would... Actually, you know what? I want to go for the Eerie Impulse, and I want to go for a Thunder Wave. If I get the Thunder Wave off into Calyrex and slow that thing down, Eternatus should be in an okay position. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get it because they went for Protect. You know, sad, but it is what it is. Bleakwind Storm is unfortunately going to connect and knock out Grimmsnarl, but Grimmsnarl did more than enough. I think what I do here, I think I Electro Web with Electabuzz just to try to break Focus Sash, and I think I protect Chi-Yu. I think I let Chi-Yu come in here. The only thing I'm scared of is either a... You know what? Maybe I should have went Eternatus there. And maybe what I should have did was I should have gone for the potential switch. Now, my opponent's going to Terrastallize, so what is this going to be? It is the Calyrex, and it is Terra Ghost. So Astral Barrage is going to hurt a lot. But you know what? That's fine. If I get the Electro Web off into this thing and just get enough of a speed drop, great. They're going to taunt Electabuzz, but I went for Electro Web this turn for the damage, so that's fine with me. I just need Electabuzz to be able to live this, and hopefully with the Light Screen it can. That's going to be the one thing, is if I can live it. I do have Light Screen helping, so maybe. Oh yeah, we take that okay. Alright. Alright, so only one of these things can hold a Covert Cloak. Torn takes a speed drop, and so does Calyrex. Great, so neither one of them are holding that. I go for another Electro Web here, and I go for a Snarl with Chi-Yu. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. I had Beads of Ruin not helping me here, so yeah, that could have been a little bit bad, but you know what, that's fine. They get the Tailwind off. Chi-Yu's a goner here. Electabuzz, it's kind of questionable. Yeah, Electabuzz, it's kind of questionable, but Eternatus can come in here. Meteor Beam, potentially. Ooh, Chi-Yu actually is the one to hang in there. Never mind, okay. Thank you, Chi-Yu. Please get that Snarl. Please undo that special attack boost. That would be wonderful. Ooh, Chi-Yu and the Snarl, okay. This is more of a Chi-Yu showcase than an Eternatus showcase at the end of the day, but I'm alright with that. I think I protect Chi-Yu. Or actually, no. They can only go for a Psychic type attack into one of these Pokemon, and that's Eternatus. I have one more turn of Light Screen, too. We're going to push the Dynamax Cannon, and we're going to try to get rid of the Calyrex, because the Torn does nothing to Eternatus, and I'm just going to Heat Wave and try to seal the deal here. Yeah, okay, the Calyrex protects, which I kind of figured they were going to. So they might Bleakwind. Yeah, they might Bleakwind here. And if they miss Chi-Yu, that'd be great. I would really appreciate a Chi-Yu dodge. No, okay. Eternatus takes nothing off that, though. That's fine. I do take a speed drop, which is not good. But Calyrex is going to outspeed me with the Tailwind anyway. So basically what I need to be able to do is I just need to survive the Astral Barrage. They're at neutral special attack. We're going to go for the Dynamax Cannon, and if we get rid of the Calyrex, then we just clean up Torn the next turn with Eternatus. So, I think that's okay. Maybe what I should have did was maybe I should have protected Chi-Yu, and then that way, that would have put a little bit more pressure on the Calyrex. But they're just going to go for Astral Barrage again, so We know it's not Life Orb, so how much does a single target? Oh, that does way too much. Okay, yeah. Yep. That is okay, yeah. I was expecting it to do a lot less than that. Yeah, okay. So I do get walloped right there at the very end. That's a bit disappointing because we had such a good showing leading up to that. But you know what? It is what it is. Good game to my opponent. All right, we've got a Zamazenta team here with Pelipper, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Raging Bolt, and Urshifu. All right, so Grimmsnarl could be very valuable here, especially if we want to get a screen or two up. Spirit Break into a couple of these Pokemon could be really nice. I think Chi-Yu looks phenomenal as well, so maybe I go Chi-Yu, Grimmsnarl. I think we bring Eternatus to the back. I would love to Meteor Beam that Incineroar. Being able to do that would be wonderful. Yeah, I think... Actually, you know what? I think I lead Eternatus Grim. The only thing is I'm a little bit weary of the Amoonguss, but if they bring the Amoonguss, that's fine, I guess. I kind of want to bring Ogerpon or Rillaboom, but I'm a little bit weary of the Pelipper. Now, I could always just go for Electabuzz. Electabuzz having the special attack dropping capabilities with Eerie Impulse could be nice. And I think by default I bring Chi-Yu to try to deal with the Zamazenta. The question is does the Zamazenta have the Wide Guard? If it doesn't, the Pelipper probably does, because I mean most Pelipper tend to run Wide Guard. So if I can get a Terra out of the Zamazenta and then Dark Pulse it so that I can do neutral damage with Dark Pulse, that'd be nice too. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, it is Zamazenta Amoonguss, so you know what? I led Eternatus hoping that I would have been able to take out the Amoonguss, but it is what it is. I don't want this thing putting any of my Pokemon to sleep, but I want to paralyze that Zamazenta. And Terra Poison could be really nice. I mean, Eternatus looks really nice into the Zamazenta because of the poison typing. Unfortunately, it just really does not. It does not look good into that Amoonguss. So I don't know if I want to let Eternatus go to sleep or if I want to just. I'm just gonna go for the Flamethrower. We'll get the Thunder Wave off into the Zamazenta, and I can always have Chi-Yu in the back, right? Like if something happens to Eternatus, I have Chi-Yu as a backup plan. So we'll just go for the Flamethrower. We take half its HP. Now it is buried, so that's a little bit of a problem, but we're all right. We're just going to take a Heavy Slam with Grim. Grim's going to go down. Chi-Yu can come in here. Yeah. And I do take the Spore with Eternatus, but that's fine. I can pop the Terra Ghost on Chi-Yu. Yeah, Terra Ghost Chi-Yu would not be the worst thing imaginable. Okay, so Wide Guard feels blatantly obvious, though, so I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to protect Chi-Yu this turn. I'm going to take my mandatory sleep turn. I'm going to click the Sludge Bomb, and we're going to scout to see if the Wide Guard comes out this turn. If it does, I'm going to Terra Ghost and Dark Ball instead of Amoonguss instead of going for the Heat Wave. And I'm kind of hoping I get an early wake up on Eternatus. Yeah, so... Oh, Rage Powder instead. Okay, so Heat Wave would have gotten me around that, which would have been really nice. There's probably a Body Press into the Chi-Yu slot, which, not the worst case scenario. Yeah, there's a Body Press, so you know what, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to pop the Terra Ghost now. I'm going to Heat Wave, and I'm going to hope I wake up and get this Flamethrower off as well. I also hope I don't miss the Heat Wave into the Amoonguss. Now, if they Wide Guarded me now, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. They went for Rage Powder last turn, so I'm thinking they don't have it. I'm also wondering if they brought the Pelipper or not. So there's another Rage Powder. Great. I think Terra Ghost was definitely the way to go with Chi-Yu here. Eternatus is just not doing anything for me. We connect both of these Pokemon. Oh, you know what the other thing is they might be weary of the Zamazenta getting paralyzed. Yeah, and speaking of which, it did. So I guess I could have saved my Terra, but it's for the best. If Incineroar comes in, what I do, I click Heat Wave into the Zamazenta, and I Meteor Beam. Pelipper comes in, I Meteor Beam too. No, it's Raging Bolt. Okay. I think I want to bring in the Electabuzz, and then this way I can maybe try to go for a Dynamax Cannon into the Raging Bolt. I can preserve Chi-Yu and dodge a Thunderclap because I don't really want to take that, and we'll get Beads of Ruin off the field so that Eternatus doesn't quite have as a weekend special defense. So we're going to connect our Dynamax Cannon off, so Eternatus is going to actually land that. We take half the HP. That's great. Snarl into Eternatus is not great. I don't care about it into the Electabuzz. So what I could do is I can Eerie Impulse the Raging Bolt. Two can play at this game. And I think I'm gonna try to whittle down the Zamazenta with a Flamethrower. This won't be enough to knock it out, but at least we can get some chip damage off. We get the Eerie Impulse off into Raging Bolt, which is delightful. And the Draco, this is going to help deal with the Draco Meteor, so that is nice. It's a shame we lost Grimmsnarl so early on, but at least we were able to just do that. Now, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to switch. No, I'm not. I am going to protect Electabuzz, and I'm going to Dynamax Cannon the Raging Bolt. Yeah, they're at -3 special attack. I want to get that off the field. Chi-Yu's got all of its HP. If Incineroar's in the back, I need to figure out how to deal with that, and the best way of dealing with that is probably... Oh, that's not enough. Okay. Okay, so Chi-Yu has to come in now, but a Heat Wave will knock out both of these Pokemon, which is nice. Okay, so if Incineroar comes in, I can always go for a Follow Me with Electabuzz to pull away a single knockoff, and then I just have to hope I can knock it out. Yeah, I'm going to Follow Me with Electabuzz, and I'm going to Heat Wave. Yeah, I'm going to Heat Wave with Chi-Yu. Because I'm a bit weary of Thunderclap coming out and breaking my Focus Sash. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. I do have the Sash, so at least I get 2 shots into the Incineroar with Chi-Yu. So there's that. Okay, Raging Bolt is going to switch out. Okay. Probably for the best since they're at -5 special attack. And Urshifu is the last Pokemon. Okay, that's concerning for Chi-Yu. But you know what? We're gonna land the Heat Wave. So Follow Me with Electabuzz looks really nice here. With the main logic being, I will be able to pull away a... Oh, I Eerie Impulse that. That was at -6. Ugh. Now I'm thinking about that. Yeah, that's gross. But you know what? That's fine. I'm going to go for the Heat Wave again, just to try to get the spread damage. Knock out Raging Bolt, if possible. Because I feel like Electabuzz only lives one of these attacks, and I would rather it take the Surging Strikes, if possible. Yeah. Okay. We're getting a Terrestrialization. This is probably Urshifu. This is probably Terra Water, which is going to make it hurt all the more, but... yeah. I kind of wish I Dark Pulsed now. Yeah, I kind of wish I went for the Dark Pulse. But... I don't think we have a speed drop, or anything speed-wise. Like, I'm pretty sure Chi-Yu is going to be okay here, if we connect both of these. So here's the Surging Strikes. It'd be hilarious if Electabuzz got a Paralyze. Yes! Okay. I just need to connect the Heat Wave into Raging Bolt. And then Chiyu is fine to Dark Pulse the Urshifu. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Electabuzz. Alright. Who did we miss? Oh, we missed Raging Bolt. Okay. We're going to Dark Pulse you. And we're going to just try to finish off the Raging Bolt next turn. Even if they... Okay, they went Thunderclap this turn, which I take no problem. I knock out the Urshifu, which is good, because the Urshifu was definitely how they got rid of Chiyu. I can live with another Thunderbolt, and Chiyu should be faster than Raging Bolt, so I think I can just Dark Pulse. Yeah, I think that's all I have to do now. Yeah. They're going to Thunderclap me. I live with 15 HP. Cutting it close there, Chiyu, buddy. But Mr. Fish pulls through. We knock out the Raging Bolt with the Dark Pulse. Now, that Heat Wave miss was definitely a lot more scary. If I hadn't have missed that and just knocked out the Raging Bolt, that was definitely an instant cleanup. But it worked out in the end that we were able to get the Dark Pulse off into the Raging Bolt. So, very happy about that. Eternatus taking the Snarl was not the greatest. We didn't get to pull the Meteor Beam off, but we did a lot of damage to that Raging Bolt with the 2 Dynamax cannons, which I'm very happy about. Grimmsnarl getting the Paralysis into Zamazenta was huge as well, and Electabuzz just pulling through with Static. Like, a lot of things went wrong there, but a lot of things also went right, so I'm fairly okay with that match. Good game to my opponent. Alright, we've got a Miraidon team here with Landorus, Whimsicott, not Raging Bolt, Incineroar. Sometimes it feels like a Raging Bolt. No, it doesn't. I don't know what that was. We got Dragonite and Iron Hand. So we got 2 things to fake out. We have Encore, we have Tailwind, we have Sandsear Storm, which none of which looks great for Eternatus by any means, but we're gaming if we bring it. We're you know, I was going to say something, but I don't know. That thought just kind of withered away, like most of the plants I touch. I'm a terrible gardener, by the way. Anyways, Electabuzz might not be the worst thing imaginable here. Chiyu could be really nice. I really like the idea of bringing Grimmsnarl here for some screens and potential Thunder Waves. I really like Chiyu. Here. I think Ogerpon might be okay. Because it's a Miraidon, I think Rillaboom might be good in the back. I think we attempt to bring Eternatus. I think we bring Rillaboom in the back, and honestly, I think Ogerpon's okay. I think Ogerpon or Rillaboom are going to be the Terra candidates, maybe even Chiyu, but I think Chiyu is going to be really nice for trying to do some damage to my opponent's team, especially if we get the Electric Terrain off the field and we just go for some Heat Waves. And the Focus Sash will be very nice for keeping Chiyu around. If we can get a Snarl off, too. A Snarl into Landorus or Miraidon would be nice. So it's Whimsicott and Landorus. Now, the good news here is I can always Sludge Bomb. The bad news is my team does not appreciate the amount of damage Landorus can do to either of them. So we're just going to Sludge Bomb into the Whimsicott because that thing terrifies me. I shouldn't be terrified of the little cotton ball, but I am. We get a Tailwind off from my opponent. Sandsear Storm. Alright, Chiyu dodged. That's a one-shot into Eternatus. Okay, not the greatest showing of it. Definitely not, but... Okay, Chiyu. Well, at least we connect both of them. We bring it down to a Sash. Alright. I can always Grassy Glide the Whimsicott. Or not the Whimsicott, sorry. The Landorus. I can always Grassy Glide that. Now, if they bring in Miraidon, that could be bad for my terrain, but it is what it is. Let's see here. I think I don't play any games here with the accuracy. I think I just Dark Pulse into the Whimsicott, and I think I Fake Out into the Lando. Yeah. Which is fine. I wanted the Lando to either switch or protect there. so that I can go for the Whimsicott with Chi-Yu here. So we're going to get the Dark Pulse off into that. I'm not keeping that drop. I'm switching into Ogerpon. Yeah, alright. So, I think what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to switch into Ogerpon. I think I'm going to Terrastallize Chi-Yu, maybe. Yeah, I think I Terrastallize Chi-Yu, and I think I Dark Pulse the Landorus. Yeah, okay. If they don't bring in Miraidon, I would love Grassy Glide into the Lando, too. Yeah, Grassy Glide would definitely pick it up at this range. But I feel like they switch in Miraidon. No, it's Iron Hands. Okay, you know what? That's okay. I don't know if I want to Protect or if I want to Terra. If I Terra... what does that leave me with? That leaves me with... oh, both of these are Terra Ghost. Okay, so that's nice. I have Terra Water. I think I'm going to Terra Ghost with Chi-Yu. I think I'm going to Heat Wave, and I think I'm just going to switch into Ogerpon. I want to keep Rillaboom preserved. I like having Fake Out in the back for coming back in here, and getting that Fake Tears drop is definitely going to be nice to have it removed. Said that a little out of order, but you know what? It is alright. I can't... Despite Eternatus' high HP, I'm surprised that Sandsear... I mean, it technically was single target because Chi-Yu dodged it. So, yeah. Sheer Force Life Orb, it just goes to show how much damage that does. They went for the Fake Out into the Ogerpon. They went Earth Power into Chi-Yu, so that's great, because we get rid of the Landorus. Now, what I can do, unless the Miraidon has Dazzling Gleam, I can always redirect away an attack from Chi-Yu with Ogerpon. Like, if Miraidon goes for a Volt Switch or a Draco Meteor... I wouldn't go for a Volt Switch at this point because, you know, Draco Meteor potential. But you know what? I kind of want to Spiky Shield and Protect this turn, see what the Miraidon goes for, because they might be choice itemed. They might be choice specs, and if they are, that's a bit scary, but I think I'm just going to scout out, see what these want to do. And honestly, getting some damage in Miraidon with Chi-Yu could be really nice here. Like, I might have to follow me with Ogerpon, and then hope Rillaboom can just handle the Iron Hands. Maybe. Actually, I think Rillaboom's got a better chance of dealing with the Miraidon because of the Assault Vest. I think I might have to go for the Iron Hands and just try to do some big damage. Getting a Snarl off with Chi-Yu would not be the worst thing imaginable. Chi-Yu has to go for only one more attack. They do have the Dazzling Gleam, so I don't want to take that with Chi-Yu. What's the Iron Hands going for? They went for Drain Punch into Ogerpon. Okay. Miraidon is faster than Chi-Yu. That's the only problem here. Oh, yeah, they also had Tailwind. That's the other thing, too. Yeah, okay. I'm going to click the Heat Wave. I also think I'm going to go for the Ivy Cudgel. If I can knock out Iron Hands, I highly doubt it. If I can knock out the Iron Hands, that'd be great. They went for Terra into the Miraidon, so no Terra Grass on the Iron Hands. There's Terra Fairy right there. That's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot, but you know what? That's fine. They're going to lose their Hadron Engine once Rillaboom comes back in. Okay, Chi-Yu actually outsped the Miraidon too. So good to know that they've got a little bit more bulk on their side. That's a double knockout, but fortunately that means no recovery for Iron Hands. They also just dropped their Grass Resistance too, which is nice. Okay. So I don't think I saw a Life Orb recoil. Alright, so I think Rillaboom comes in here. I think I gotta get the Iron Hands off the field. Because of the Drain Punch, which, you know what, that's fine. Iron Hands only has that tiny little bit of HP. And Grassy Glide won't be enough deal with Miraidon, but a Woodhammer might be. I just don't think I get back-to-back Woodhammers. Although I do have some speed investment on Rillaboom, I don't think Rillaboom's fast enough to outspeed a Miraidon. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely isn't, because unless they have, like, 0 speed IVs on Miraidon, it's not going to be great. Now, they can Dazzling Gleam me, but because they don't have Hadron Engine, this should be okay. Oh, no, I am definitely wrong. I am definitely wrong there. Okay. 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 I'm gonna have to go for the Grassy Glide. Yeah, no. No. Because Woodhammer would have knocked me out to my own recoil. Yeah, okay, and that brought me down to 7 HP. I am definitely not cleaning this up. I am definitely not cleaning this up here. I definitely need a critical hit on Rillaboom, and I don't think I get that. No. Oh, that was close. That was a very close match right there. Unfortunately, they're just going to get me. They're going to get me knocked out with the Miraidon. But you know what? Very close match. I kind of wish I had picked up the Iron Hands, or if I had called the Terra Fairy Miraidon, and instead of attacking into the Iron Hands, maybe if I had went with Ogerpon into Miraidon and got the Ivy Cudgel off, maybe that would have been different. It's hard to say with the Drain Punch off of the... Hard to say with the Drain Punch off of the Iron Hands because of the sustainability, but really I had to get that thing off the field. If I had kept both Pokemon, it would have been significantly better. But overall, the fact that we also brought it down to a Miraidon with like 20% HP, it's not the worst case scenario. Would have loved to have seen Eternatus do something in that match, but unfortunately, it is what it is. We just got knocked out by that Sandsear Storm, which really, it just goes to show how strong Sheer Force Life Orb Landorus is. Anyways, good game to my opponent. Hey, thank you guys so much for checking out this Eternatus team in action. Unfortunately, despite Eternatus being the bringer of the darkest day, it kind of had its plans a little bit thwarted on the ladder today. But overall, we did all right for a team that can only protect with half of its members, as well as a team that I threw together within the span of 5 minutes. So, the copium is right there. I am going to cope hard as far as that goes. But on a serious note, I think the team did all right. We ended up having a really good time with Grimmsnarl. We got Paralysis off into Zamazenta as well as an Urshifu thanks to Thunderwave. We got Light Screen up in the Calyrex Shadow Rider matchup. And Grimmsnarl honestly only got the one Thunderwave in the Zamazenta matchup before it got knocked out by Heavy Slam. So the fact that we were able to slow that thing down and then make it miss a turn later was very valuable for the rest of the team, since the rest of the team was fairly slower than Zamazenta. And we were able to make quick pickings of the Urshifu Rapid Strike that we did paralyze on the Shadow Rider team, which was great. Electabuzz put in a tremendous amount of work with the Electro Web as well as the Eerie Impulse support as well. We were able to reduce the Raging Bolt special attack 2 stages with the Eerie Impulse. We were able to slow things down with the Electro Web as well. And Chi-Yu did phenomenal work with the Snarl support as well as the Dark Pulse and Heat Wave for raw damage. And thankfully too, with the end game of Urshifu Raging Bolt into Electabuzz Chi-Yu, Electabuzz was able to follow me, pull away the Terra Water boosted Surging Strikes, and then paralyze the Urshifu. It did what it needed. Electabuzz understood the assignment as soon as I said it would be great if we got the paralysis and then Electabuzz paralyzed it, and then Chi-Yu was able to clean up the Urshifu as well as the Raging Bolt. And it was a little bit scary taking that second Thunderclap and bringing us down to 15 HP, but we were able to knock out the Raging Bolt with the Dark Pulse. And honestly, if we hadn't have missed the Heat Wave, it would have been a much safer matchup since the Urshifu did drop its resistance to Dark. But overall, I'm fairly happy with how Chiyu played out there. And then as far as the Shadow Rider team goes, I didn't think of it at the time, but it didn't help that I had Beads of Ruin weakening Eternatus' special defense, which, you know, that is the one risk of bringing Chiyu. But Landorus, with its Sheer Force boosted, Life Orb boosted Sandseer Store, was able to one-shot the Eternatus, and it really did not help that Beads of Ruin was making it a little bit weaker. So Protect would have been nicer there, but fortunately we were able to come in. We were able to bring in the Rillaboom and knock out the Whimsicott with Chiyu with the Dark Pulse, and Rillaboom was able to put the Fear of God into the Landorus because they did go for Protect, anticipating the Fake Out, and once they got the Fake Tears off into me, I just switched out, cleared that, and Chiyu just finished off the Landorus. So overall, it worked out relatively nice, and Ogerpon did some decent damage to the Iron Hands. Then the big thing there is, if I had brought Grimmsnarl, Light Screen would have definitely made a huge difference, but we just didn't bring Grimmsnarl there. So honestly, it just goes to show how good of a support Grimmsnarl is for Eternatus with the screens. So overall, if you, or not overall, if you're thinking about building Eternatus in the future, maybe consider Grimmsnarl with the screen support. Anyways, I think I've got the main points out that I wanted to hit on, so we're going to leave it there. Thank you once again for checking out this Eternatus team in action. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it despite it struggling a bit, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.